Welcome to another video, everyone. I'm excited to introduce my first video in a series of Resident Evil 2 guides. Today we're going to be talking about things they don't and do tell you about the hardcore mode in Resident Evil 2. Hopefully you'll find some useful information that will assist you in your run. So without further ado, here are 5 things they don't tell you about Resident Evil 2 hardcore, and 5 things to do. Number 1. Manual loading. One of the things that I really liked about Resident Evil 2 is that the timer appears at the top right corner of the pause screen. It makes it a lot easier to make sure you're on track if you're going for a good rank. And while I was checking in on my time while playing hardcore, I realized after I had died the timer kept counting up. I'd started to lose hope in my chances of getting an S rank on hardcore at all. But before I reset my run, I manually loaded my last save. When I loaded my save, I happened to pause and noticed my time actually went down. So when playing, be sure to load your save manually. Keep in mind that selecting load from the death screen does not count as manually loading your own save. You have to do it from the pause menu. Number 2. S rank times. Until you get an S rank in any run, the times aren't revealed. It only shows you A and B rank requirements. For first runs, the S rank times are sub 3.5 hours for casual, and sub 2.5 hours for hardcore. Second runs require you to be a bit faster, with their speeds being sub 3 hours for casual and sub 2 hours for hardcore. Number 3. S rank conditions. It should be noted that using unlimited ammo weapons doesn't affect your ability to get an S rank. However, it does affect your ability to get an S plus rank, which also requires you to use less than 3 saves within the allotted S rank time. Number 4. Zombie speed and lunge distance. In the description of hardcore mode, it mentions 3 things: using ink ribbons to save, no autosaves, and stronger enemies. Most of this is pretty straightforward. But stronger doesn't just mean more health or the zombies doing more damage. Zombies are also faster and can lunge further distances. Most of the other buffs they receive can be negated by a few pops to the legs and a skirt or 2. However, if you don't keep your distance when a zombie lunges at you, it's pretty much guaranteed to grapple you, so stay stocked up on defense items. Number 5. Claire's story. This last one is pretty subjective, but I firmly believe that Claire's final boss in the first run is far easier than Leon's. Leon's boss fight requires you to have some ammo saved up or an unlimited ammo weapon and to dodge more attacks while you're waiting out the clock. The Tyrant also has an instant kill move that G on his 4th form doesn't have. G has far fewer moves and most of them are easier to dodge. You start the fight with a minigun rather than having to wait the clock for a bonus weapon, which makes the fight much easier. In addition, G has a larger hitbox, giving you much more room for error as far as landing shots go. As far as what they do tell you, the most significant change is the ink ribbon saves. Ink ribbons are a new item that are introduced into the game once you select hardcore mode. Essentially what this entails, if you haven't played any of the classic Resident Evil games or 7, is that it requires you to use a new type of item that's found around the map in order to save. It's expended once you do this. Number 2. No autosaves. The no autosaves feature kind of goes hand in hand with the previous entry, but I think it's important to go over for newcomers to the series. In the original, it would literally just take you back to the main menu if you died. However, they skip the step in this new game, allow you to view your loads from the death screen and load your most recent save for that run. Again, I want to reiterate that you must manually select your save from the start screen to reset your timer on that run. Number 3. Increased enemy health. Hardcore on paper tells you that enemies are stronger. I know this seems implied, but zombie health is really increased. It can easily take 5 or more shots in the standard to headshot a zombie unless you get a critical hit. Honestly, your best bet is to sweep the leg and leg it yourself. Number 4. Increased enemy damage. In standard, you might be able to get away with taking a bite without losing any condition, even from behind if you're lucky. On hardcore, almost any hit will lower your condition, and a bit from the back has a chance to take you from fine to critical. So pack your meds and save space for some herbs. Number 5. Item placement. Something I was surprised to see is that the item placement doesn't move from standard. Comparing this game to Resident Evil 7, I assume hardcore would have entailed a largely differing item placement. However, even codes to lockers and safes are the same. So keep those handy if you're looking to get an extra edge without wasting your time. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I've been doing a lot of research on my own to make this video, and it's been a blast. Now that I've gotten all this game's achievements, expect some guides coming your way within the next few days.
And lastly, I'd like to give a shout out to all my friends and you guys for just keeping this channel rolling. I've been having a blast doing it, and I just only intend to get better. Thank you.